Hi, my name's Nathan. This is the debate for POS 160. I'll be doing the debate for whether or not the U.S. should or should not be involved in the Middle East. So, to start out, what I think is we definitely should be involved still. Um, if we look at reasons why, it's like we look at we haven't, or when we haven't intervened before, or we take our time doing it, things can happen. Like World War II, obviously you couldn't have expected everything, like you can't predict everything, but if we or other world powers could have stepped in earlier or had made a different decision, that could have helped prevent World War II, or at least taken back from its effects. And then we look at with ISIS, we were in Iraq for a while, and then in 2011 we pulled out, and then this essentially was what gave ISIS the ability to rise to power. Just being somewhere gives enemies just fear, because we are such a world superpower that just us being there, they can't really do anything. This comes in hand with proxy warfare. That's a lot of what's going on in Iraq and just a lot of the Middle East. We could help eliminate the proxy warfare just by being there. Like local little militias won't want to cause a war when the U.S. is down there breathing down their necks, because like we will just wipe them out. We also have to take into account that with ISIS, they started performing terror attacks around the world, including in our own country. Now, these might not have been major attacks like, say, 9/11 was, but like Paris, that caused a major problem around the world. A bunch of people were disturbed, no one felt safe, and it was just a major, basically, media story. And then that also means that we have to remember that just because there are laws and regulations, that doesn't necessarily mean that everything or everyone's going to follow it. That's like crime. Just because you like ban drugs, people are still going to find a way to get drugs, and they're still going to use it. So you need to be prepared at all times. And if we stay over in Iraq and in the Middle East, that's basically just going to enforce the rules basically more strict, because we're going to be right there. And if they start causing a war or causing problems, we're going to be right there to stop it. The next thing I would like to talk about is the money. We've already spent a lot of money, over $2.4 trillion, most of which is borrowed money. In Iraq, their oil is on the rise. So if we actually can stay in the Middle East and try and bring more peace but stay in good relations with Iraq, we can use that to help pay off a little bit of our debt and help just build relations. But also we have to think about, we've already spent this money. When we pulled out of Iraq in 2011 and then went back in, it costed us more than if we would have just stayed over there in that 3-ish year gap that we were gone. So with all of this already invested, just to pull out again would basically be money wasted, because another like superpower or non-state factor is just going to rise again, like Al-Qaeda or ISIS, and just cause more problems and cost us even more money to get back over there just to try and solve the problem. Now, obviously, we can't predict the future. None of us can. We don't know what happens. There could be bad repercussions. There's always going to be negatives, but we have to think of America's safety, America's people, and really the world's safety. We have to just think about, if we pulled out, how much of a factor that could be in a group like ISIS actually taking over more than just like a small area, that actually taking over more of a full continent. So that's why I believe that we should stay in the Middle East. I've truly strongly believe that, and I believe that's what will be best. And yeah, thank you.